मेरा गलती था। आई शुड हैव जस्ट लेट इट रिंग। मैं ठीक है, कोई गैप नहीं आया है। मैंने कट किया, मैंने फ़ोन एयरप्लेन मोड पे डाला एंड आई एम हियर। मुझे मेरी रीडिंग टाइम में डिस्टर्बेंसेस बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है। एंड दैट वाज अ वेरी डियर फ्रेंड जिसका मुझे कॉल कैंसिल करना पड़ा। ठीक है, आई हैव सम बैरियर्स, आई हैव सम बाउंड्रीज। आई अपोलोजाइज गॉड if she needed me and I couldn't be there. But पढ़ना मेरे लिए साधना है यार, I cannot. Anyways, I'll explain it to her. And अगर मुझसे कोई गलती हुई है वो कॉल कैंसिल करके, मैं उसका प्रायश्चित भी कर लूँगी, होपफुली। आगे बढ़ते हैं। The demigods were further informed that Ananta, the plenary portion of Lord Krishna, who is maintaining the universal planets by extending his millions of hoods, would also appear on the earth before Lord Krishna's appearance. They were also informed that the external potency of Vishnu, Maya, with whom all the conditioned souls are enamored, would also appear by the order of the Supreme Lord, just to execute his purpose. Do you know a beautiful छोटा सा इंसाइट मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था या कहीं से सुना था? आफ्टर द era of Lord Rama, when they come back to the humble abode, to Vaikuntha, Sheshnag complains. So cute of him. Sheshnag complains that, My lord, आप तो मेरी बात सुनते ही नहीं थे। मैं छोटा भाई था, इसके लिए आप मुझे जो भी बोलते थे मुझे सुनना पड़ता था। माना कि आपकी बात हमेशा सही ही रहती थी, पर आप मेरी बात कभी सुनते ही नहीं थे। दिस इज़ नॉट फेयर। ऐसा करके वो थोड़ा सा रूठ जाते हैं कान्हा से। तो कान्हा ऑब्वियसली ही इज़ द गॉड ऑफ लव। हिज एसेंस इज लव। एवरी गॉड इज एन एसेंस ऑफ लव इन सम वे और द फॉर्म, बट टू मी ही इज प्योर लव। सो इज शिवा, सो इज शक्ति, सो इज ब्रह्मा, सो इज सरस्वती, सो इज लक्ष्मी। अरे छोड़ो ना, ये सब में क्या जाना। बट एनीवेज, कान्हा सेज कि ठीक है, व्हेन माई नेक्स्ट बर्थ कम्स, मेरा नेक्स्ट अवतार जो होगा उसमें तुम मेरे भाई फिर से रहोगे और तुम मुझसे बड़े होगे। सो दैट वाज अ प्रॉमिस जो कान्हा ने उन्हें दिया था, शेषनाग को दिया था। एंड दैट्स हाउ बलरामा केम। ऑल्सो हैव यू गाइज नोटिस्ड that Rama is such a beautiful Ram. Sorry, I say it Rama because मुझे इंग्लिश में बोलने की आदत हो गई है, बट राम ऐसे करके बात करते हैं। इट्स राम, तो राम, बट वो थोड़ा सा ब्रेक सा हो जाता है ना। मैं थोड़ा, मेरी लैंग्वेज में डिफरेंस है, बट ठीक है, इट साउंड्स लाइक अ लिटिल ट्यून इन इटसेल्फ, अ लिटिल रिदम इन इटसेल्फ, राम। तो आपने नोटिस किया होगा दैट the being that was solid and that continued to stay for a very long time was Parshuram. He was born with the name Ram, born for the name Ram. Then the next avatar that came, which came to appease the world of the severe violence Parshuram had, the path of severe violence Parshuram had to take to eradicate certain gunk out of the world. And I like the story of Parshuram as well. उनको इतना पूजा नहीं जाता because he is seen as this manifestation of rage, violence and pride. But don't you think he was also so beautiful? He taught so much. एक दिन हम ये स्टोरी डिस्कस करने भी बैठेंगे। मैंने कुछ दिनों पहले ही, जैसे मैं तुमको बता रही थी कि मैं श्रीमद् रामायण देख रही हूँ, एंड दे हैव मेड सच अ गुड series, such a good serial, that it's very very beautiful. I love the cast as well. Very well done. कभी कभार वो कॉन्ट्रास्ट थोड़ा सा लग जाता है, पर when you see राम एंड लक्ष्मणा इन द सेम फ्रेम, बिकॉज उनका हाइट डिफरेंस बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो वो थोड़ा सा मुझे खनकता है। बाकी उसके अलावा एवरीथिंग इज गुड। उनकी एक्टिंग भी बहुत अच्छी है, एंड द ब्यूटी ऑफ रामा, द ब्यूटी ऑफ सीता, द ब्यूटी ऑफ लक्ष्मणा, द वैलर ऑफ दशरथ and all his queens, beautifully made. The dialogues are well written, the compilation is done so well, and the appearance of the all knowing, the all seeing crow, काकशु, मैं उनका नाम नहीं बोल पाती, आई गेट वेरी कन्फ्यूज, मुझे देख के ही बोलना पड़ता है, सो आई विल नॉट बचर हिज नेम, बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट क्रो हु हैज सीन millions of millions Ramayana happening in front of his eyes. So yep. And of course, the casting of Shiva and Parvati is beautiful. ठीक है, मैं उसके बारे में ही बात करना चालू कर दूंगी, तो हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। हमने माया वाली लाइन पढ़ी। ओके, after instructing and pacifying all the demigods as well as Bhumi with sweet words, Lord Brahma, the father of all Prajapatis or progenitors of the universal population, departed for his own abode, the highest material planet called Brahmaloka. The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Shurasena, Shurasena was ruling over the country known as Mathura. माथुरा, ये अरे इसमें तो माथुरा लिखा है, मथुरा नहीं, मुझे लगा मथुरा इज द नेम, नॉट माथुरा। सी आई शो यू, ये देखो, ये जो देख रहे हो आप, शायद नहीं दिखा होगा, रुक जाओ, लेट मी ट्राई अगेन। कितना दिख रहा है कि नहीं दिख रहा है? ओके, मैं मतलब रिकॉर्ड तो अपने फ़ोन पे ही करती हूँ तो ठीक है, बट एनीवेज वो आ है, नॉट अ। आई थिंक दैट इज़ अ स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स, बिकॉज इसके बाद जब भी मेंशन किया है एज आई एम सीइंग, तो उसमें आ है लास्ट में, मथुरा ही है। ठीक है, हो सकता है ये स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक हो, तो मेरे अंदर का एडिटर थोड़ा सा जाग उठता है, ठीक है, सो डोंट ब्लेम मी। क्या बोलते हैं इसको? It's called something like work illness. भूल गई। चलो ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं। The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Shurasena, was ruling over the country known as Mathura, wherein lies the city. Oh, Mathura. This is a lesson for me. कि पहले पढ़ो तो सही पूरा लिखा क्या है। I'm sorry. Known as Mathura, wherein lies the city of Mathura, as well as the district known as Shurasena, which was named after him. Sorry. माफ किया। On account of the rule of King Shurasena, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of the Yadus. Mathura was also made the capital of the kings of the Yadu dynasty because the Yadu were a very pious family and knew that Mathura is the place where Lord Sri Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. Once upon a time, Vasudeva, the son of Shurasena, just after marrying Devki, was going home on his chariot with his newly wedded wife. The father of Devki, known as Devka, had contributed a sufficient dowry because he was very affectionate towards his daughter. He had contributed hundreds of chariots completely decorated with gold equipment. At that time, Kansa, the son of Ugrasen, in order to please his sister Devki, had voluntarily taken the reins of the horses of Vasudeva's chariot and was driving. According to the custom of the Vedic civilization, when a girl is married, the brother takes the sister and brother in law to their home because the newly married girl may feel too much separated from her father's family. The brother goes with her until she reaches her father in law's house. The full dowry contributed by Devka was as follows: 400 elephants decorated with golden garlands. इतना पैसा 15,000 decorated horses, OMG, and 1800 chariots. भाई साहब, do you imagine if this is just the gift? तो मतलब लोग भी कितने रहे होंगे जिन्होंने इनको सजाया होगा और वो आभूषण द मटेरियल्स इंटरेस्टिंग बहुत पैसा भाई बहुत पैसा पैसा ही पैसा He also arranged for 200 beautiful girls to follow his daughter. 200? इतनी की क्या जरूरत है तुमने तो गांव ही बसा के दे दिया ओह ओह परहैप्स दैट वाज द पॉइंट कि वो गांव ही बसा कर दे रहे थे The Kshatriya system of marriage, still current in India, dictates that when a Kshatriya is married, a few dozen of the bride's young girlfriends, in addition to the bride, go to the house of the king. The followers of the queen are called maidservants. एक second guys, रख दो ताई, thank you. Go. भाई कोई अचानक से एक्शन ऐसा वैसा कर दो ना मुझे इतना गिल्ट फील होता है क्या वो रूड लगा मेरा जस्ट यार एक वाइब क्रिएट हो गया था पर दिस साउंड्स लाइक आई एम गिविंग कोई बहाना ना ओ गॉड एक तो ये एग्जिस्टेंशियल क्राइसिस आते ही रहता है मुझे कि भाई मैं कुछ तो गलत कर रही हूँ वो फ़ोन काट देना ये इनको भी चुप रहने को बोल देना भगवान मुझे माफ़ नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि मैं खुद को माफ़ नहीं कर पाऊंगी कभी बट यार एक वाइब आ जाती है ना उसके बीच में एवरीथिंग फील्स वेरी ओवरवेलमिंग तो मैं कुछ अलग ही बन जाती हूँ हाउ विल आई अपोलोजाइज टू हर मैं उनसे लेट मी फिनिश दिस और मैं उनसे जाके अपोलोजाइज कर दूंगी कि मैंने ऐसे किया उसके लिए आई एम सो सॉरी भाई ऐसा लगेगा ना फिर कि जस्ट बिकॉज शी इज़ द केयर टेकर मैं उनसे थोड़ा रूडली बात कर रही हूँ ठीक है ऑन अ पॉजिटिव नोट मेरा वो जो घबराहट वाला चीज़ था ना वो काफ़ी कम हो गया है आई थिंक वो मेरी उत्सुकता थी पढ़ने के लिए आज काफ़ी लाइट में देख रहे हो आप वैसे मुझे ओके कहाँ थी मैं The Kshatriya system of marriage, still current in India, dictates that when a Kshatriya is married, a few dozens of the bride's young girlfriends, in addition to the bride, go to the house of the king. The followers of the queen are called maidservants, but actually they act as friends of the queen. This practice is prevalent from time immemorial, traceable at least to the time before the advent of Lord Krishna, 5000 years ago. So Vasudeva brought home another 200 beautiful girls along with his wife Devki. While the bride and bridegroom were passing along on the chariot, there were different kinds of musical arrangements playing to indicate the auspicious moment. There were conch shells, bugles, drums, and kettle drums combined together. They were vibrating a nice concert. The procession was passing very pleasingly, and Kansa was driving the chariot. Kams, म के ऊपर बिंदु आती है बीच में एकदम, हाँ, ऐसे बिंदी जैसी. कोई कोई प्रोनाउंस करते हैं एज कंस, कोई कम्स. आई विल हैव टू गूगल दिस एज वेल कैसे बोलते क्या है. आई होप आई एम नॉट बचरिंग थिंग्स because even demons were blessed with a name, and such a demon, such a Rakshasa. I think he is a Rakshasa. Such a person was a part of Lord Krishna's life, of the Lord's life. So their name deserves respect, even if they are a Rakshasa or any other Prajati. If they were ever mentioned, even if they were not mentioned, they were prevalent. ये तो है ही. आगे बढ़े. The procession was passing very pleasingly and Kamsa, and हम कंस बोलते हैं, ठीक है, and Kansa was driving the chariot when suddenly there was a miraculous sound vibrated from the sky, which especially announced to Kansa, Kansa, you are such a fool. You are driving the chariot of your sister and your brother in law, but you do not know that the eighth child of the sister will kill you. Kansa was the son of Ugrasen of the Bhoj dynasty. It is said that Kansa was the most demoniac of all the Bhoj dynasty kings. Immediately after hearing the prophecy from the sky, he caught hold of Devki's hair and was just about to kill her with his sword. Vasudev was astonished at Kansa's behavior, and in order to pacify the cruel, shameless brother in law, he began to speak as follows, with great reason and evidence. He said, my dear brother in law, Kansa, you are the most famous king of the Bhoj dynasty, and people know that you are the greatest warrior and a valiant king. How is it that you are so infuriated that you are prepared to kill a woman who is your own sister at this auspicious time of her marriage? Why should you be so much afraid of death? Death is already born, along with your birth. From the very day you took your birth, you began to die. Suppose you are 25 years old, that means you have already died 25 years. ये कौन सा तरीका हुआ बात करने का. बट ठीक है, let's continue. Every moment, every second you are dying. Why then should you be so much afraid of death? Final death is inevitable. You may die either today or in 100 years. You cannot avoid death. Why should you be so much afraid? Actually, death means annihilation of the present body. As soon as the present body stops functioning and mixes with the five elements of material nature, the living entity within the body accepts another body according to his present actions and reactions. It is just like when a man walks on the street. He puts forward his foot, and when he is confident that his foot is situated on sound ground, he lifts the other foot. In this way, one after another, the bodies change and the soul transmigrates. See how the plant worms change from one twig to another so carefully. Similarly, the living entity changes his body as soon as the higher authorities decide on his next body. As long as a living entity is conditioned within this material world, he must take material bodies one after another. His next particular body is offered by the laws of nature, according to the actions and reactions of this life. He is still speaking. This body is exactly like one of the bodies which we always see in dreams. During our dream of sleep, we create so many bodies according to mental creation. We have seen gold and we have also seen a mountain. So, in a dream, we can see a golden mountain by combining the two ideas. Sometimes in dreams, we see that we have a body which is flying in the sky, and at that time, we completely forget our present body. Similarly, these bodies are changing. When you have one body, you forget the past body. During a dream, we may make contact with so many new kinds of bodies, but when we are awake, we forget them all. And actually, these material bodies are the creations of our mental activities, but at the present moment, we do not recollect our past bodies. The nature of the mind is flickering. Sometimes it accepts something and immediately it rejects the same thing. Accepting and rejecting is the process of the mind in contact with the five objects of sense gratification: form, taste, smell, sound, and touch. In its speculative way, the mind comes in touch with the objects of sense gratification, and when the living entity desires a particular type of body, he gets it. Okay? Therefore, the body is an offering by the laws of material nature. The living entity accepts a body and comes out again into the material world to enjoy or suffer according to the construction of the body. Unless we have a particular type of body, we cannot enjoy or suffer according to our mental proclivities inherited from the previous life. The particular type of body is actually offered to us according to our mental condition at that time of death, at the time of death. Okay. The luminous planets, like the sun, moon, or stars, reflect themselves in different types of reservoirs, like water, oil, or ghee. The reflection moves according to the movement of the reservoir. The reflection of the moon is on the water, and the moving water makes the moon also appear to be moving. But actually, the moon is not moving. Similarly, by mental concoction, the living entity attains different kinds of bodies, although actually he has no connection with such bodies. But on account of illusion, being enchanted by the influence of Maya, the living entity thinks that he belongs to a particular type of body. That is the way of conditioned life. Suppose a living entity is now in a human form of body, he thinks that he belongs to the human community or a particular country or particular place. He identifies himself in that way and unnecessarily prepares for another body, which is not required by him. Such desires and mental concoctions are the cause of different types of bodies. The covering influence of material nature is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in whatever body he gets, and he identifies with that body with great pleasure. Therefore, I beg to request you not to be overwhelmed by the dictation of your mind and body. Oh my god. Vasudeva, you sure speak a lot. I was getting a little like ये कैसे बात कर रहे हैं स्टार्ट जब किया उन्होंने. But as it progressed, I think this is the right way to approach a hard conversation. Maybe, maybe, okay. कि तुम पहले डिफ़िकल्ट चीज़ें बोल दो, इंट्रोड्यूस इट टू देम, और फिर वो चीज़ पे रीजनिंग करो. अगर तुम स्टार्टिंग में स्वीट करते हो एंड यू एंड इट ऑन अ हार्श नोट, perhaps that lingers. But if you started with that harsh note and you soften the blow as you keep speaking, things become better. So that was a very good debate, but since it was one sided, perhaps it cannot be called a debate. But it was an interesting way to learn कि भाई इतना सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, चिल करो, ज़िंदगी है, मरना भी है ही, ठीक है. हे रामा, ऑल्सो आई एम थिंकिंग कि वो जो वीडियो कट हो गया ना, उसको हम कट ही रखते हैं एंड लेट्स अपलोड इट एज पार्ट वन and this is part 2, because to be honest I am not in the mood to connect each of them, to connect both of them. दोनों आई थिंक आधे आधे घंटे के होने वाले हैं और ये तो आधे घंटे के ऊपर होने वाला है. देयर इज स्टिल 2 pages लेफ्ट, फ्रंट एंड बैक. तो लेट्स लेट दैट बी पार्ट वन एंड लेट्स लेट दिस बी पार्ट टू. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. एंड आई होप मैं आप लोगों का लिंक नहीं ख़त्म कर देती हूँ व्हेन आई स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग outside of what I am reading. This is the idea that I started this channel with, that I want not just to consume but also to create in my own way. This is me calling out for balance. This is me partaking in balance. In fact, I have started this नया thing which I want to try. Okay, मैंने mentally अब तक ये चीज़ सोची है, अभी मैं try करने वाली हूँ. It is that whenever I'm reading a novel, instead of using bookmarks, I'm going to fold a paper. Okay, जिसको मैं bookmark की तरह use करूँगी. And I always carry a pen. Okay, I write. So I always carry a pen. तो मैं, as I am reading, I will write whatever that comes to my mind. Okay, it does not just have to be related or confined to whatever I am reading. I could just write anything that comes to my mind, because creativity gives birth to more creative things, and it would be rather disheartening for myself and pitiful, in fact, if I just limit it to whatever I am reading, and I limit myself, I box myself to just writing upon, thinking upon just the novel that I am reading. I'm also thinking of doing it for Bhagavad Gita as well as any other holy book I read. But since मैंने सोचा है कि मैं बात करने वाली हूँ, तो I will consider this a sort of creation as well, because बात करना भी ज़रूरी होता है. मैं कभी कभार जब बात कर रही होती हूँ, मेरे अंदर का कुछ तो जाग जाता है, and there comes a point where it's not me, this body, this ego that is speaking, it is my soul. And I wait upon her, I pine upon her. She is a beautiful mind, and I am very grateful that it takes me time, but I am able to connect with her in some way or form. And I have made myself comfortable enough for my soul to come out and reach out to me in her authentic way, in her authentic form, that I'm able to understand her. I hope each and everyone that comes across my channel, or even if they don't, I hope you are safe enough that your soul can speak to you and you understand it. Happy. This is also something I do. जब तुम खुश हो तो announce it. The universe loves it when you announce your feelings to them. I don't know if मैंने ये कभी बताया था कि नहीं. Actually, doesn't matter if मैंने बताया था कि नहीं. मुझे जितने बार एक ही चीज़ अगर दिमाग में आएगी भी ना, मैं रिपीटेडली बोलूँगी. बिकॉज़ क्यों लिमिट करना खुद को. ठीक है यार, इम्पैक्टफुल रहता है. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि पहली बार जैसा तुमने बोला था उसका मीनिंग वैसा ही रहे जब तुम तीसरी बार बोलो. हो सकता है कि उसके पीछे कोई नई रीज़निंग हो, एक नई वाइब्रेशन हो, समझने वालों के लिए भी वो डिफरेंट हो जाए. तो मैं क्या बोल रही थी अब भूल गई एक्सप्लेन करने के चक्कर में. हाँ, याद आ गया. मैं ये बोल रही थी कि this channel is not just about me reading holy books. I will do it बट इट्स नॉट जस्ट अबाउट इट। मैं बहुत कुछ इस चैनल पे करने वाली हूँ। इनफैक्ट मैं थोड़े टाइम के लिए जो ब्रेक ली थी ना, मैंने ब्रेक लिया था, मैं मेरी लैंग्वेज भी सुधारने की कोशिश कर रही हूँ बाय द वे। तो मैं जैसे कर रही थी ना, मेरे पास नया माइक आया एंड आई वाज लाइक आई वांट टू start ahead with reading out my poetry that I have written and I'm very proud of. But then it did not happen and I was like force नहीं करते हैं, जब आएगा तब आने देते हैं। तो that's what has happened. But keep an eye on it because this channel is not just limited to one thing. I will also talk about my reflections that appear in my journals. कभी कभार कुछ वॉइस रिकॉर्डिंग करते करते, ऑडियो जर्नलिंग करते करते कुछ बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल चीज़ें आ जाती है। अभी मैं जो ये पार्ट 1 पार्ट 2 में श्रीमद् रामायण की बात कर रही थी, द टीवी सीरियल, ऐसी चीज़ें भी होगी। आई विल टॉक अबाउट मूवीज़, आई विल टॉक अबाउट सीरीज़, आई विल टॉक अबाउट बुक्स। आई हैव ऑलवेज बिन एन इंट्रोवर्ट एंड आई स्टिल एम, बट आई एम लर्निंग दैट मुझे बात करना भी अच्छा लगता है। बस सुनने वाले मैं एक तरह से जज कर लेती हूँ कि ये मुझे समझेंगे, ये मुझे सुनेंगे, तो मैं उनके सामने ही बोल पाती हूँ जो मैं बोलना पाती हूँ, जो मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ। तो I am not expecting each and every one of you to understand me, but if anybody is tagging along in this journey and is going to watch over me, I hope you enjoy because it's not going to be limited to one thing. कभी कभार शायद nerdy भी लगे, because honestly I find nerds so fucking hot. Oopsies, I have to censor that. वापस नहीं बोलूँगी। बताओ, सामने कृष्ण की बुक रखी है, बाजू में भगवत गीता, और मैं गाली दे रही हूँ। आई एम एम्बेरेस्ड, बट इट्स ऑल्सो फनी बिकॉज दिस इज मी। आई एम अ पैराडॉक्स एंड मैं सब चीज़ें बोल नहीं सकती। किसी दिन आप लोगों को शौक लगेगा कि व्हाट द हेल इज शी डूइंग। आई थॉट ये तो होली बुक्स पढ़ती थी, बट किसी दिन आपको मैं चिल करती हुई दिखी तो डोंट बी सरप्राइज्ड, और मे बी एक्ट सरप्राइज्ड। फनी होगा। दोनों साथ में मिलके हंसेंगे। बट या, आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू हु आई एम, बिकॉज even as a paradox, even as someone that does not fit in the criteria of anything, I am me. And I hope somewhere out there in the world it makes someone feel comfortable in their own presence too, and they don't have to feel that loneliness that I feel when I am shunned, when I am said that I do not belong somewhere, and that if I must be something, then I must be at it perfectly, and if not, then I am not allowed to even try. थोड़ा इम्प्रॉम्प्टू हो गया और यही होगा। वैसे आज सुंदर दिख रही हूँ ना मैं फिर से? इतनी लाइट में तो तुम मुझे पहली बार ही देख रहे होगे। कंग्रेचुलेशंस। आई होप मेरी आवाज़ क्लियरली आ रही है भाइयों और बहनों, प्रियजनों, माय लिटिल किड्स। मैं सोच रही हूँ ये किड्स वाला थोड़ा सा ऐसा कर दूँ, बिकॉज ये ना 2017-18 की बात है जब मैंने सोचा था। प्रियजनों कैसा लगेगा? मुझे प्रियजनों बड़ा क्यूट लगता है अब। मेरे प्रियजनों, स्वागत है आपका। मैंने कोई इंट्रो नहीं बनाया ना, मैंने कोई आउट्रो बनाया है, बिकॉज यार ऐसे ही होता है। मैं लास्ट में आई लव यू ऐसे करके बात करती हूँ अपने पर्सनल जर्नल्स में। यू नो व्हाट, you guys deserve love too. And even if it's just me watching it after a very long time, I deserve this love too. But you know what? My sign off from today is going to be just that. करके बताऊंगी, बट जब एंड कर रहे होगे। अब मैं ऑलरेडी 34 मिनट्स का मार्क छोड़ के 35th मिनट पे पहुंचने ही वाली हूँ, और और ये पहुंच गए। तो हम फिर से बुक पे चलते हैं, ठीक है। Vasudeva thus requested Kansa not to be envious of his newly married sister. One should not be envious of anyone, because envy is the cause of fear both in this world and in the next. When one is before Yamraj, the lord of punishment after death, Vasudeva appealed to Kansa on behalf of Devki, stating that she was his younger sister. He also appealed at an auspicious moment at the time of marriage. A younger sister or brother is supposed to be protected as one's child. The position is overall so delicate, Vasudeva reasoned, that if you kill her, it will go against your high reputation. Excuse me. Get hydrated. Anyways, आगे बढ़ते हैं. In this way, Vasudeva tried to pacify Kansa by good instruction as well as by philosophical discrimination. But Kansa was not to be pacified because his association was demoniac. Because of his demoniac association, he was a demon, although born in a very high royal family. A demon never cares for any good instruction. He is just like a determined thief. One can give him moral instruction, but it will not be effective. Similarly, those who are demoniac or atheistic by nature can hardly assimilate any good instruction, however authorized it may be. That is the difference between demigods and demons. Those who can accept good instruction and try to live their lives in that way are called demigods, and those who are unable to take such good instruction are called demons. Failing in his attempt to pacify Kansa, Vasudeva wondered how he would protect his wife Devki. When there is imminent danger, an intelligent person should try to avoid the dangerous position as far as possible. But if, in spite of endeavoring by all intelligence, one fails to avoid the dangerous position, there is no fault on his part. One should try his best to execute his duties, but if the attempt fails, he is not at fault. Okay. Okay. Perhaps it's not about fault. Maybe, but perhaps this line is a solace in its own way कि भाई तुमने ट्राई किया और अगर वो फ्रूट नहीं ला पाया तो ठीक है, यू आर नॉट एट फॉल्ट. परहैप्स नीडेड था. हे रामा. Vasudeva thought of his wife as follows: for the present, let me save the life of Devki, then later on, if there are children, I shall see how to save them. He further thought, if in the future I get a child who can kill Kansa, just as Kansa is thinking, then both Devki and the child will be saved because the law of providence is inconceivable. But now, some way or other, let me save the life of Devki. There is no certainty how a living entity contacts a certain type of body, just as there is no certainty how a blazing fire comes in contact with a certain type of wood in the forest. When there is a forest fire, it is experienced that the blazing fire sometimes leaps over one tree and catches another by the influence of the wind. Similarly, a living entity may be very careful in the matter of executing his duties, but it is still very difficult for him to know what type of body he is going to get in the next life. Maharaj Bharat was very faithfully executing the duties of self realization, but by chance he developed temporary affection for a deer, and in his next life he had to accept the body of a deer. Vasudeva, after deliberating on how to save his wife, began to speak to Kansa with great respect. Although Kansa was the most sinful man, sometimes it happens that a most virtuous person like Vasudeva, has to flatter a person like Kansa, a most vicious person. That is the way of all diplomatic transactions. Although Vasudeva was deeply aggrieved, he smiled outwardly. He addressed the shameless Kansa in that way because he was so atrocious. Vasudeva said to Kansa, "My dear brother in law, please consider that you have no danger from your sister. You are awaiting some danger because you have heard a prophetic voice in the sky. But the danger is to come from the sons of your sister, who are not present now, and who knows, there may or may not be the sons in the future. Considering all this, you are safe for the present, nor is there cause of fear from your sister. If there are any sons born of her, I promise that I shall present all of them to you for necessary actions." Kansa knew the value of Vasudeva's word of honor, and he was convinced by his argument. For the time being, he desisted from the heinous, heinous, heinous killing of his sister. Thus Vasudeva was pleased and praised the decision of Kansa. In this way, he returned to his home. Each year after, in due course of time, Devki gave birth to a child. Thus she gave birth to 8 male children as well as one daughter. When the first son was born, Vasudeva kept his word of honor and immediately brought the child before Kansa. It is said that Vasudeva was very much elevated and famous for his word of honor, and he wanted to maintain this fame. Although it was very painful for Vasudeva to hand over the newly born child, Kansa was very glad to receive him. But he became a little compassionate with the behavior of Vasudeva. In this event is very exemplary. For a great soul like Vasudeva, there is nothing considered to be painful in the course of discharging one's duty. A learned person like Vasudeva carries out his duties without hesitation. On the other hand, a demon like Kansa never hesitates in committing any abominable action. It is said, therefore, that a saintly person can tolerate all kinds of miserable conditions of life. A learned man can discharge his duties without awaiting favorable circumstances. A heinous person like Kansa can act in any sinful way, and a devotee can sacrifice everything to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kansa became satisfied by the action of Vasudeva. He was surprised to see Vasudeva keeping his promise and being compassionate upon him and pleased. He began to speak as follows: "My dear Vasudeva, you need not present this child to me. I am not in danger from this child. I have heard that the eighth child born of you and Devki will kill me. Why should I accept this child unnecessarily? You can take him back." When Vasudeva was returning home with his firstborn child, although he was pleased by the behavior of Kansa, he could not believe in him because he knew that Kansa was uncontrolled. An atheistic person cannot be firm in his word of honor. One who cannot control the senses cannot be steady in his determination. The great politician Chanakya Pandita said, "Never put your trust in a diplomat or a woman." Batao. Those who are addicted to unrestrained sense gratification can never be truthful, nor can they be trusted with any fate. अरे यार, हर चीज में औरतों को क्यों ये करना है? और ये मुझे थोड़ा सा ऊपर करना चाहिए था ना. यू गाइस कैन नॉट सी माई फोरहेड. हाँ, या मैं थोड़ी देर में टॉल हो गई. कुड बी एनीथिंग. मेरी आवाज़ बहुत ज़्यादा लाउड आ रही होगी, मुझे पता भी नहीं है. हम्म हम्म यार, पर तुम ही बताओ, हर चीज़ में औरतों को कोसना क्यों ज़रूरी है? मुझे इसका जानना है रीज़न. एंड इफ दिस इज ट्रूली सेड बाय चाणक्य, आर वी am I thinking of the same Chanakya? Chanakya was also a person with, but he was a very learned man. I don't know. We'll have to do our research भाई. ऐसे ही कुछ भी ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते. मैंने ये रिसर्च से सीखा बाय द वे. इवन इफ योर सोर्सेज आर करेक्ट डज नॉट मीन दैट योर सोर्सेज आर करेक्ट. उनाकी. At that time, the great sage Narada came to Kansa. He was informed of Kansa's becoming compassionate to Vasudeva, returning his firstborn child. Narada was very eager to accelerate the descent of Lord Krishna as soon as possible. He therefore informed Kansa that in Vrindavan personalities like Nanda Maharaj and all the other cowherd men and their wives on the other side of Vasudeva, his father Shurasena and his relatives born in the family of Rishni of the Yadu dynasty, along with all their friends and well wishers, were actually demigods. Narad warned Kansa to be careful of them, since Kansa and his friends and advisors were all demons. Demons are always afraid of demigods. After being thus informed by Narada about the appearance of the demigods in different families, Kansa at once became very much alarmed. He understood that since the demigods had already appeared, Lord Vishnu must be coming soon. He at once arrested both his brother in law, Vasudev and Devki, and put them behind prison bars. I hope the character of Narad is not demonized or caricature- caricaturized, if that is a word. But many of TV serials and I don't know beliefs tend to think that tend to paint Narad Muni as some funny and chaos loving deity. Someday we will talk about him as well. I do not have enough sources, I have only little, and this video is too long as is. Within the prison, shackled in iron chains, Vasudeva and Devki gave birth to a male child year after year. And Kansa, thinking each of the babies to be the incarnation of Vishnu, killed them one after another. He was particularly afraid of the eighth child, but after the visit of Narada, he came to the conclusion that any child might be Krishna. Therefore, it was better to kill all the babies who took birth from Devki and Vasudeva. This action of Kansa is not very difficult to understand. In the history of the world, there are many instances of persons in the royal order who have killed their father, brother, or whole family and friends for the satisfaction of their ambitions. There is nothing astonishing. There is nothing astonishing about this. For members of the demoniac, greedy royal order can kill anyone for their nefarious ambitions. Kansa was made aware of his previous birth by the grace of Narad. He learned that in his previous birth he had been a demon of the name Kalanemi and that he had been killed by Vishnu. Having now taken his birth in the Bhoj family, he decided to become the deadly enemy of the Yadu dynasty. Krishna was going to take birth in that family, and Kansa was very much afraid that he would be killed by Krishna, just as he had been killed in his last birth. He first of all imprisoned his father Ugrasen because he was the chief king among the Yadu, Bhoj, and Andhaka dynasties, and he also occupied the kingdom of Shurasen, Vasudev's father. He declared himself the king of all such places. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the first chapter of Krishna, the advent of Lord Krishna. First of all, I thought Kansa was supposed to be evil from the beginning, so I am a little confused. And ये चैप्टर 7 पे था मेरा बुकमार्क, बट अब चैप्टर 2 पे होगा बिकॉज आई विल रीड इट टू यू गाइज. मुझे फिर से चक्कर आ रहे हैं, सो लेट मी हैव समथिंग, लेट मी ईट समथिंग एंड फिर आई विल टेक योर लीव. आपसे बात करके अच्छा लगा. मैं खुद से ही बात कर रही थी बट मुझे खुद से बात करके बड़ा मज़ा आता है बॉस. इट्स फन. तुम्हें भी ट्राई करना चाहिए इफ़ यू डोंट ऑलरेडी. बाकी चलो चलते हैं। राधे राधे। आई लव यू।